the perfect voice.
Like,
Your voice is like...
pause for a second. Like, what's wrong? Like inside your head? Did you like that?
You did not dial a 1-900
What?
number.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember those commercials where she's like 1-800? She's like 1-900. And she like takes off her glasses. I was like, no. 1-900 is with the glasses on.
Well, between that and Miss Cleo, it was back and forth between 1-900 numbers and call
I
Miss
know
Cleo.
you're so like sexually frustrated and confused, and then scared of death for some reason. Like, what the hell is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
I had a day. I was outside and I was social. They forced me to like talk to people at work today, which is like totally against my mission statement. So
Right. Your mission statement.
My personal mission statement is not to talk to people.
You must be tired.
I am, dude. The
Emotionally.
the introverted weariness that I had to actually interact with other human beings is just, it's intense.
It's intense.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry.
I sound so pampered. Like, I had to talk to someone today. Oh my God.
I actually had to go to the office today. So yeah.
You feel
Banner
me?
day.
I was like, I had to drive there and then I had to park. And I'm like, how did I do this every day?
I know.
Like, what?
I know.
Where's the mental bandwidth there?
And I didn't even go in till late too. like because I was moving slowly because I didn't have to go in, and I needed to go in to print these documents that I like 900-page transcript that I needed to print. I wasn't going to do it at home. So I go into the office to print it, and so I didn't have to be there at a specific time, but like, so I kind of was like taking my time in the morning. I was getting ready to get in the shower. My like pajama top, which is this like a really extra large t-shirt, basically, like my shorties on underneath. And then all of a sudden contractors showed up at my house.
Uh-oh.
I thought they were coming tomorrow. No, they're here today to finish some painting. I'm like, oh, okay, come on in. Let them in my kitchen. I go right upstairs and take a shower. I get ready. They're done. And then, so I leave and it's like 10 or so, but I'm still like, oh my God, driving into DC's.
Well, when you texted me and said that the meme that I had posted on Instagram was actually like right near where you live, I was laughing so hard. And then, so I posted this meme, and it's this thing, if you live in the DC, Maryland, or Virginia area, you'll totally get it. If not, I'm not even going to explain it. But Katrina's driving into work and she takes a picture of the actual meme. Like, I mean, the actual exit.
It's street signs on the freeway where it's like northwest, southeast, this way. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, right?
No.
And
I always get confused. Do I go towards Tyson's or Baltimore when I go home? You know, north.
Right.
Like,
And then you picture the beltway in your head.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that's why we have Waze now and different devices and programs to guide us in the right way.
Yes.
Lord knows.
That's great.
Were you raising your hand in the Zoom?
Who, me?
No, Hanekawa.
Can I do that?
There was a hand waving.
Oh.
It's the weirdest thing.
Where?
It was like right below her square. Her picture square. Right.
I don't think she wants to hand wave and talk anymore. She's not. She's done. Is there like a put your head down notification?
I don't think so. I don't know how to raise my hand. I don't know what you're talking about in here.
I put my hand up when I spilled coffee on my computer screen. I was doing this.
Nice. So coffee on the computer screen type of day. So Hanekawa, you had to people today, an extrovert.
Yep.
And you survived. You're here.
I guess.
I had to go to the doctor. That was fun.
Oh, are you okay?
Oh,
or are
yeah,
you
I'm
dying?
good. No, I'm not dying. They told me I wasn't dying, so that was cool. No, after I had my second COVID vaccine in 2021, October, Pfizer, my lymph node under my arm became very, very swollen, and it stayed that way. So I've had to have 2 mammograms and 3 ultrasounds.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
They're just on full alert.
Yeah. I was like, so is it just gonna go down ever? Well, it could just stay like that. I mean, it's down from what it was, but it's still swollen. And she's like, well, it could, stay like that. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Can't you acupuncture it
No, you don't want to go into lymph nodes.
Ew.
Oh, I guess
No.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, isn't there some magic treatment?
No.
See, this is why I'm
You
not.
can-
I
you
would
could go
just
around
take some
it.
needles and shove them up there.
There are things I
No.
can do that I haven't done on myself. Yes, but
There's
not
things
just
you
not
should
going
not
in it.
pop in your body. That's
Yeah.
one of them. Ever.
So.
Pop needles, pop.
I got to get a breast exam. That was about it. So
I
Yeah.
got to schedule one
and ultrasound, but yeah.
I'm on the every 6 month plan for that, and I'm way overdue. So yeah. So they're just they've been monitoring this section of So this is for the ladies of a certain age, or breast having people of a certain age. There's some calcification or something they saw like eons ago, and so they're just tracking it. I've been to like a breast specialist, and they did like a really thorough ultrasound and all these things, because it's like in the back of my boobs, so it's really hard to get a good shot on the mammogram. So then I ended up getting fondled with the ultrasound, and they just track it. Nothing's changed about it. Nothing's concerning other than
it always
exists.
is. Well, I'm glad that you're okay, and it's always interesting to me, like the conversations they want to have to you while they're giving you the exam to make you feel better. And I'm sure Hanekawa is probably. You're not old enough yet either. I don't have. Yeah,
I had a mammogram when they
okay.
took some tissue, like when I had a breast reduction.
Oh,
she didn't talk to me.
Okay, so they're always in my business. They're like massaging the breast, like, so how's this? I'm like, I don't even know you. Like,
Yeah,
just
buy me dinner first.
They probably saw it on my face, like, don't talk to her.
Yeah,
she's got that resting bitch face.
Resting bitch face.
Oh my god.
I think I would make them awkward while they're touching her. I'd be like, so have you seen anything new on Netflix?
Have you seen that Dahmer show?
Did you see that MILF show? Yeah, it's about women who are like fucking other women's sons. It's crazy. She'd be like, okay, we're done.
Friends. Did you know that 30 million women are impacted by weakened or thinning hair? If you're among them, know that you're not alone and that there is a solution that you can trust to deliver results. Millions of Americans experience thinning hair. It's more than common. It's actually normal, but it's not openly talked about, especially among us women. Going through it can feel lonely and frustrating, but it's time to change that conversation and join the thousands of women who are already standing up for their strands with Nutrafol. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, clinically shown to improve your hair growth, thickness, and visible scalp coverage. Nutrafol supports healthy hair growth from within by targeting the 5 root causes of thinning: stress, hormones, environment, nutrition, and metabolism through a whole body health. Nutrafol has 3 unique formulas to support women through all stages of life, including postpartum and menopause. Each formula is physician formulated using natural, drug-free, medical-grade ingredients in consistently effective dosages so you get the most reliable results. In a clinical study, 86% of women reported improved hair growth after 6 months. Over 3,000 top doctors and stylists have recommended Nutrafol as an effective and high-quality solution for healthier hair. You can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering the promo code FRAUD to save $15 off your first month's subscription. This is their best offer anywhere, and it's only available to U.S. customers for a limited time. Plus, free shipping on every order. Get $15 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code FRAUD.
It's sad.
Have you actually watched the show? I told you I fast forwarded to that one part, saw it, and then I didn't.
Yeah, I watched the bomb drop or whatever, and then I tried to watch more of it, but then it was just kind of boring because it just felt like they were in on it. I was like, how hard is it to really find a woman of a certain age and a man who's the son of that woman of a certain age that wants to date women of a certain age that are both willing to go somewhere at the same time?
Yeah.
It seemed just too, I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why we had the characters we did, and that's why they were who they were. But
I was wondering that too. Like, how do you cast that? Like, how do you find all these people that just happen to be friends with people who like the certain age gap? And then I was like, no, this is TLC. This is, what they did was they found a bunch of guys who liked older women and a bunch of women who liked younger men. And then they got the guys together to pretend like that they were, I don't know, friends, right? Oh, but they're sons.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're sons. And here's the weird thing. Okay, these kids, I want to say kids because they're really young. They don't even look like men. Some of them look like teenagers. It's gross.
Yeah,
it's gross. They look really young. I don't know
how old are they?
Under like around 20 something, early 20s from some of them. Right? I think like 21. Like just
yeah. No, I have a 19-year-old.
Yeah, and they were saying, and a lot of people were criticizing
constantly,
Yeah. Well, they were saying like if the roles were reversed and it was, men dating each other's teenage, but young daughters,
that would be a good show.
Exactly.
It'd be canceled.
No, it would have been brawling because if all the guys were standing there thinking they were going to give themselves like the hot piece of 20-year-old ass, and it was their daughter there, they'd be like, nope, Nancy, we're going home. It's like, oh, what? What do you mean?
Sally, get in the car.
Get in the car.
Put on your seatbelt. Let's go.
Come on, Alice, we're going home.
The moms are just kind of like, ooh, she goes, are you going to give me a recommendation?
Oh my God. I like cringed so bad. I almost threw up. I was like, this is so gross. I got to turn this off. I can't do it. And that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot from us that podcast about everything. Like,
yeah.
Whew. Yeah.
Yeah. I've had people messaging me asking about or commenting or whatever about something about like the 4-part tell-all of Happily Ever After.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
And I'm like, I didn't watch it. All I know about it is what I've seen on Instagram. Like I don't even watch that show anymore now. I can't. So I mean, I pretty much put together what happened from the Instagram, but
let's be honest, we could actually just watch the tell-all and know the whole season what happens because they show everything. I haven't seen it either. I have no idea. I've only seen, like you said, Instagram posts, and although it seems pretty juicy, it looks like the same shit over and over again. So I'm kind of just like,
There's a new season of The Other Way coming out, but I'm still so disillusioned with the fakery and everything just completely made up and stuff. Family Libby, I'm looking at you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like there's too many other things on my to be watched list. I feel like a lot of people I'm friends with on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, they're all these readers and they're always talking about these to be read lists of books that are never, that list is never ending. Right. And I feel like, okay, I'm not as intellectual, I guess. I have a to be watched list and it includes shit like Love is Blind Brazil,
right.
The Ultimatum France, shit like that.
Also, you just need to escape, and reading does take some sort of focus. Whereas, if you're focusing all day long, you need to escape into the reality or other world.
There is a large contingent of people in my office who watch reality shows, and they're split generally between like the trash, like the 90 Day Fiance, the Married at First Sight, all these kinds of things, and then stuff like Running Wild with Bear Grylls and Naked and Afraid and sort of things like that, right? So it's reality, but it's not trashy reality. So I don't know what are you gonna do? I watch the trash. We watch it so you don't have to, I guess. I don't know, but you know what I watched twice this week? 1,000 Pound Sisters. Just finished watching it a second time, and it was even better this time.
Yeah, I agree. Which it is season 4, episode 2. Can't have cake and eat it too.
Then why have cake? That's the stupidest saying. Why are you going to have cake if you can't eat it? Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, they show Amy and she's being interviewed and she said that she weighed 276 pounds. She's at the doctor's office with Gage and Michael at her OBGYN getting checked out. And I think it's really funny how she said that she wanted to get her tubes tied after this baby. You know, she's high risk and her age and whatnot. She really wanted a girl. So they decided that they were going to find out the gender, which is a boy.
Find out the sex.
The sex, yes. Sorry, not gender. Find out the sex, which they said is a boy. And they looked a little bit disappointed.
They were massively disappointed.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this for a second?
They didn't even hide it.
Like, God bless them, sweet souls from Kentucky, right? Like they don't know enough to know that. I don't know. It's like you shouldn't be disappointed. I mean,
well, then she went on to say that she's happy that the baby's healthy and that's fine.
Which is good. But she was really, really disappointed that it wasn't a girl. And I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about preferences, like wanting one gender over the other, like so much so that you're going to be disappointed if it doesn't happen, when there's a high likelihood that it isn't going to happen.
And I think for her, she just wanted to have it rounded. I think for her, it's just she wanted that balance of a boy and a girl, and it didn't happen. Like, I don't think like they're ultimately devastated because it's a boy, but you know,
I wanted a boy. I really thought I was having a boy.
Yeah, I didn't know until he came out because I just didn't care.
You will.
But I didn't care. I was like, it's gonna be a baby. It's what it's gonna be a baby. As long as you're telling me it's not a fucking alien, I'm fine.
Because there's the likelihood. Exactly. I mean, there's a chance.
Right. I was so thrilled though. Like I was.
That you didn't give birth to an alien? I'm not so sure you didn't.
I mean, I mainly just didn't want pink or blue shit. Right, because once you tell family you're having a girl, they're like, "Oh my god, let's make it like cotton candy fucking paradise." And you're
when I found out I was having a girl, I made it very clear at my baby shower. I don't want pink stuff. I don't want pink, and everybody knows me. They weren't going to give me pink anyways. So I got a lot of like greens and yellows, and so they were respectful about that. Yeah, but I'm not a pink person.
I tell people if you give me anything pink or blue, I'm gonna burn it or give it to Goodwill.
Damn. That got violent.
Didn't go with the nursery theme.
We're talking about baby bibs, for God's sakes. Somebody woke up and chose violence today.
I did today. I did. Do you think she'll have another kid though? Now that it's a boy.
I want to say yeah. I don't think
she probably is going to try for another.
Yeah, I don't think she got her tube side. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Those are some hard pregnancies, man. It has to be. She looks miserable and she's not even like that far along yet.
Yeah, but I still think about I think that was like the one thing she wanted more than anything with her weight loss journey and everything, right? You know, was to be a mom, and now it's happening, and all the things are, too soon after her surgery and too soon after the first one, and all these problems, but
yeah, it happened. And then, you have the doctor, she's talking about diet, they're eating some crackers, and she talks about high blood pressure and preeclampsia. And it was just like, yeah, she's just kind of like, yeah, I know. I got to eat better for Gage and do everything. So
she knows.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much weight? So she's 276 now. I don't remember what she was at last season or before she got pregnant with Gage. I'm not sure.
I don't remember either.
Yeah. But she hasn't gained all of the weight back because I've seen like old pictures of her from season 1. And I'm like, wow, like she's definitely still a lot smaller. But I can't imagine that being hard back-to-back, pretty much back-to-back pregnancies on anyone.
Yeah, right. And especially right after her weight loss surgery, which wasn't supposed to happen. But
right.
Yeah. So
and then they go on and show Tammy in rehab. And so this is a funny story. So I was like, where is it? Because they show the name of the rehab center. And I know that it was a drive from Kentucky to where it was. So I looked it up. And it's
Ohio.
It's in Ohio. So what do? I text Danielle Drabali. I was like, Danielle, how far away is this from your place? She's like, 30 minutes away from my work. I was like, no way. I was like, you should message Tammy.
Go and see Tammy.
I know.
Oh my God, that's the best crossover we didn't know we needed.
I know. Can you imagine if Danielle was like Tammy's nurse in a rehab center or something?
Oh,
Oh my God. Right. No, that'd be funny. But so she was laughing and they show Tammy sitting there ordering food. And this is where I'm confused because this is supposed to be a rehab center.
and they're giving her hot dogs?
Yes, and lasagna with broccoli. So I did a little Yelp Google search, okay, because I'm going to look up this place.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the reviews were bad, saying that there are no healthy choices and their loved ones gained weight while being there because of the food that they were offering. And I was like, oh no. So I don't know.
Well, we know
it's true or
Tammy
not.
does go on to get the surgery. We've seen the pictures and
Right.
stuff. So obviously something clicked and you know, she seems that she, you know, did hit her rock bottom and everything, which she has this breakdown about missing her family. Like,
Mhm.
do you think that's her rock bottom finally? Like, do you think this, like, does that feel like it?
I don't know if it was that or just all of the
Dying
medical
a
things that
couple
happened to her.
times. Yeah. Like, it's kind of scary when, like, you know, you got a tube stuck in your throat. Like it doesn't get any like bottom than that, you know?
Well, I don't know. I mean, because I think of the addicts that I know, which are plenty, and some of the stories about them, you know, I mean, this kind of stuff, it doesn't stop them. It doesn't, you know, it's not their rock bottom. Doesn't matter how many times they've been hit with Narcan or whatever to be brought back to life. They still will go and do it. So
I think it depends on what you're addicted to. When it comes to being overweight and maybe food addiction, it's not so much as chasing a high. It's just, I think after a while, they're just kind of like hopeless that it's not going to happen. So they just don't care. Like it becomes kind of like a, what's the word? Apathy towards trying. You know, and that's what it kind of seemed like. Well, why should I keep trying?
Yeah.
Or, you know, oh, my sister's doing better and I'm not getting able to catch up to her. I won't, fuck it. I'm not going to try anymore. Just let me eat whatever fuck I want.
right.
Mhm.
And then
I
she went
mean?
on that complete self-destructive.
Yeah, I was gonna
like,
say she was self-sabotaging herself.
Mhm.
And you know, when she was talking to the doctor, she didn't want to go into certain conversations. And I don't know if I don't know. But that's a kind of like a repetitive thing that she does. She doesn't want to talk about whatever is her trigger or just the, you know, things that have happened in her life. And I think that the doctor brought up a good point. Like if you don't face that, you're not going to be able to move forward if you can't, if you don't know how to cope and get through it. So again, she's on TV, so maybe she didn't want to talk about it because she doesn't want it all over the TV, you know, whatever.
Right. Well, she's been resistant to therapy for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And we saw them once before. It was like her and Amy, and you know, she couldn't get in the door, and she didn't want to have, you know, she's been very resistant to it. So the fact that she's doing this because she has to, but the fact that she is doing it even though she hates it, like, I don't know, that to me shows a little bit of a willingness that, oh, maybe Tammy really is trying now, because if she's willing to do therapy. But yeah, when it, you know, I mean, that therapist, can we talk about the big therapist using the big therapy words that I like so much? What? Are we 5? What is going on? What am I watching here? So I already didn't like the therapist, but so I don't know that I would have opened up, especially I don't know if that was her first one. Of course, we only, you know, for first visit, we don't have the context of the entire visit. And she has to have like 6 of them or whatever. So we don't know where and all that it is. But like, I mean, if you were to ask me when I first started therapy why I was drinking the way that I was, I couldn't have told you. Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's what you're supposed to help me figure out. Like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't like the therapist. We need Dr. Paradise from
Dr. Paradise.
From 600 Pound Life.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then Tammy with arts and crafts with her friends.
Yes. I like when the producer asked her if she had a boyfriend or if she was dating anyone.
She's like, nope.
She was talking about like You go.
So I thought it was cute when they're like the Lily, I think her name was, the woman that was there. Poor thing, who's been there 7 years and doesn't look to be going home anytime soon. But when she was like, "Oh yeah, like we have nicknames for each other. I call her this," but they have to bleep them out because they're dirty nicknames, or not dirty, whatever cuss words.
Not safe for TV.
Yeah. Words.
Wait,
Like,
what were they? What I missed?
It's like bitch ass or something, pussy something. I don't know.
That can be a lot. A combination of words. Okay.
Yeah. Then they show Amanda and Misty.
At the gym.
They're going to the gym and they were weighing themselves. It's hard to like tell how tall they are too, because Amanda looks super tall, but TV is weird, so she could, for all we know, she could be like 5'6" and everyone else is short.
Yeah.
But we got a little bit more on their background. And did you all know that Amanda's ex-husband is Michael's brother? Because I
did not know.
Oh,
Michael,
really?
Michael is Amy's husband.
Yeah.
And we've talked about him being like, this blessing on earth because of all he does, right? His brother is married to Amy's sister, Amanda.
Yeah. And they got divorced, or they're separated 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But so she goes, what does she say? She's like, we're going to be ex-sister-in-laws and we're just going to be back to being sisters. Something like that.
That's some real backwoods Arkansas shit, right?
I was thinking more like Cody Brown's clan. I was like, wait, what's happening?
We need a backstory on all that.
I know. We got to find out. We got to get somebody on
There's more.
Like when they finally hit their goal weight, there needs to be like I don't know.
We need a tell-all. Come on, TLC.
Speaking of tell-all, all the Brown kids coming out on Sister Wives talking. Have you seen this? Like everybody's coming out now. All kinds of stuff is coming out. So when we were saying at the beginning of the season, the kids need to write books. Well, they're doing it on like TikTok and shit. So anyway, but I digress.
Anything good?
I don't know. I think I can't remember. Sorry.
Can we talk about how hot the trainer was in this episode?
Oh yeah, in the gym.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
I wrote that down, everyone. I literally wrote down
trainer name with a little fire symbol next to it.
Right. Find him on Instagram.
Find him. Get him on the show.
Right.
That used to be the gig, right? It's like, who is that? Who is the trainer? Go get him.
Yep.
And we did. We got that boxing trainer from.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
What did you get?
Mr.
Florida.
Thirstballs.
It was Florida.
Who?
I forgot his name.
Miguel. Miguel.
Was it Miguel? He was the trainer for Annie and Robert.
What?
Because it was the weirdest like boxing couples therapy bullshit scene.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Everything about Annie and Robert that season was just like, okay, you guys are gonna go in, you're gonna like pretend you want to buy this house, and then you're gonna like argue, and everyone else who was around was like, what the fuck's happening? Because they didn't let the people know, like the realtor or the boxing person know that. Like,
and you know how we know? Because we talked to them. We talked to Miguel, the boxing coach. We talked to Amanda, the realtor, who I still follow on Instagram.
I noticed that too. It's like
fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
It's those tertiary characters and people like you on your season of The Single Life. You're the kind of people that we would gravitate towards. See, I mean, and Hanekawa was so far tertiary, she wasn't even on the show. Well, she was, but it was her face was blurred out.
It's the best. No, that's right.
Her face was blurred out.
I didn't want to be on it.
I don't blame you.
I like gave my photographer a piece of my mind too, because she sold them that picture.
She's the one that sold
the rights to it. I was like, "Are you fucking?" I didn't know what they were using it for. It's like, don't that?
Wow.
Good God. Anyway.
But those are the same people that, you know, had your child sign a contract with a red crayon when he was 5.
Dude, legit
So
business
not
practices. It's fine. Which makes me really worry about the 1,000-pound sisters and like the business practices. I'm like, oh my God, when is enough? I'm like,
I wonder who their production company is. I don't know. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. Barbecue. Can we talk barbecue for a second?
The healthy barbecue.
Okay, healthy. Okay, so using cauliflower rice instead of rice. It's still broccoli cheese casserole, which sounded amazing, by the way, but not at all healthier. Yeah, I like the riced cauliflower bit, but
you're asking the wrong. I don't eat meat, so I've
right.
Been a long time.
They
since
use
I've
the
had
rice
chicken.
cauliflower instead of the meat. Why? No.
No, they use meat.
No.
But
Instead
they
of
had
rice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. They didn't. Okay, no.
I actually,
because cauliflower could be good if you use it like as a nugget.
Nugget.
Listen, I've done all kinds of stuff with cauliflower, but I hate cauliflower rice. I don't know why.
Because it's just watery and it doesn't stick to anything. It just kind of like slips off of everything and pretends to be solid. It's not.
Pretending to be solid, but actually consisting of nothing. Oh, Cody Brown, is that you?
Yeah, pretty much.
I was going to go deeper.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's pretending to be solid. All right.
That's what she said.
God. So terrible.
I feel old. That was like, it's like an old person's joke now to say that's what she said, right?
I know.
Like it's not cool anymore. So
you have to say it like the TikTokers when it's like that's what she declares.
I'm so old, I don't even know what you're talking about, Hanekawa.
Yeah, I don't either.
No. I'll have to send it to you, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it.
Oh my God. Hanekawa, you keep me young. Yeah, no.
I'm glad because this episode did not keep my attention. So you can obviously tell because
the notes that I wrote down were like barbecue ! Baby Gage sleep farting.
I know. I was like, that's hilarious.
I fart in my sleep. Do you?
Me too. I think everyone does.
Okay.
And like, if you say you know, you're lying.
Like it's
you
been made a point.
Know, though.
Huh?
You wouldn't know if you did.
I wouldn't know. I mean,
well, one time I was staying at a haunted inn in Pennsylvania and I set up an EVP recorder. So I had it running all night and I was like talking in my sleep and burping and like, I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. And you know, everything else. I was just like, okay.
I have this app that records you while you sleep.
That's creepy.
And it's like sound activated, right? Like it'll only start recording if it hears a sound. So we used to I put mine next to me and the hetero life mate would put his next to him and then we'd have to compare in the morning to see like if we were talking to each other or whatever, because we're both pretty prolific sleep talkers.
Oh God, you're probably having a whole conversation.
Probably.
I think it was funny that Tammy was talking about chasing after 2 kids and how it should be easy for Amy. And Amy says, bitch, you ain't chasing nothing but a damn sandwich.
Oh my God.
You don't even chase them. You roll.
You roll them. You roll to them.
Too bad.
And you guys, if you could
They're
only
so
see
wrong to each other, man.
I know.
I got screenshots of that. So yeah. That's going up with this episode.
I love how funny they are. They are hilarious.
Okay, so then they're driving and they're talking about putting down new, like whatever driveway, and it's asphalt. Amy says tar, and Amanda says it's asphalt. Now, I remember tar from back in the day. Do they not use tar anymore, or is it just a sign of my age?
I mean, I've always learned it as asphalt. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because tar and asphalt are different things. So do they not use tar anymore? Because they're saying it to her like tar, like as if it was like the weirdest thing in the world to have ever used tar to,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
For no.
No.
I
Okay.
don't think so anymore.
All right.
No idea.
Swim lessons.
I mean, you might use it for like repairing, like asphalt crack filler, maybe.
as crack filler.
Asphalt crack filler. There's a brand called Crack Right. I remember that. And you can pour that shit directly onto like the crack.
I know that my dad got scammed growing up. So
Wait,
one
with butt crack?
no, it was somebody painting our driveway.
Oh, those are the gypsies.
I don't know. No, I don't think they were gypsies. But like my mom was gone from, I don't know where she was. We come home, my mom and I come home at some point, and then our driveway is completely painted over like black, and it looked pretty good, right? My mom goes, "What happened to our driveway?" And my dad was like, "Oh, some guys offered me $100 or whatever, charged me $100 to do it." And she's like, "What is this?" It started raining and the stuff started coming off. Like it was, he got scammed. I don't even know what they did. But anyways,
that's what the gypsies do. Did you ever watch a Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding?
I've seen a few episodes here and there, and
there's a compound of them. I don't know what they're called. Like there's a big group of them up near Fredericksburg or Frederick. Charlie had something to say about that.
Charlie doesn't like gypsies, I guess.
I'm sorry. I have gypsy in my heritage.
Wait, he can't even hear. I have headphones on. He can't even hear you. I don't know what's going on. Well, there's gypsies in Frederick, Maryland. They're like, well, where do they even film the show? West Virginia?
Yes, I mean all over.
Yeah. But the show itself is filmed like in Maryland and West Virginia, right?
Well, I mean, there's it's filmed all over, but yeah.
Oh. Gotcha.
Different groups of them. Anyway, swim lessons.
So Amy, we know that Amy and Chris can't swim, and that Amanda did not know that Amy and Chris couldn't swim.
Right.
And Amy says she did not pee in the pool. I don't know if I believe her. But
I don't know if I believe her either. I just assume people do. I just assume that's a thing that people do. I mean, and the chemicals are there to counteract it. My kid was a lifeguard for a number of summers, so he informed me as I was on the pool committee for the HOA. He would educate me on some of the chemical stuff. I'd be like, "Hey, somebody puked in the pool. What do I want to make sure they're complying. What's the standard?" Because he was like the head guard. Yeah. So I'm like, this is what our lifeguards are doing. Like, is that okay? And he's like, yeah, and then he would tell me, we'd
I
shock
used to
it.
Be a lifeguard for many years as well. Yeah, shock the pool. All the fun stuff.
Cycle the water through the whatever for at least a certain number of hours or something. And then whatever. Yeah.
Good times.
And in that case, the lifeguards at my HOA pool had done it the same way that my son's pool.
I thought of you too. I saw, you get advertisements coming up on your social media for different random stores and stuff. One was
listen to your brain.
Yeah. Well, it definitely does, because this particular t-shirt came up on my feed, and I was like, I got to get this for Katrina. And it was like, it said defund the HOA.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my God. Not that you would ever wear it, obviously, but I was like,
I totally would wear it. I would wear it to my HOA meetings. I actually last summer I made wine glasses for a couple of my girlfriends that are on the HOA also that say, Mr. Rogers did not adequately prepare me for the people in my neighborhood. You bet your ass they were drinking their wine out of it on the HOA meetings, because they're all on Zoom. Anyway. So we have swim lessons, and then Tammy walking around, and then she weighs in and she gains 10 pounds.
Yeah. She looked so disappointed too. She's worked so hard.
Yeah.
And her family finally got to see her in person to see how much weight
that
she
was
had
so
lost.
cool that Amy was like, you know what? Like seeing her work and try, like it changes how I feel. Yeah. And yeah, I do want to go see her now.
And I could see Amy's frustration and not wanting to go if she isn't really working on herself.
Yeah,
and
because
so
it's a lot of work.
And Tammy says she has to be 550 pounds or under for surgery. So that's her goal, to get under that number. So it is frustrating. And I know on any weight loss journey, I mean, I've battled my weight. I can probably speak for a lot of women up and down, where those moments can be really disheartening, because you may work really hard one week and it not show.
Right.
Again, the fact that the rehab center is feeding these people hot dogs and lasagna is another story, but hopefully we can see her get the surgery and continue to lose a lot of weight, because she hasn't really posted on social media. So we don't really know what she looks like currently right now.
I saw the one picture of her.
The married picture?
No, it was after that. I posted it last week with our when I posted the episode. It I don't know when it was, but it was something, it was one that I found online. I was Googling pictures and memes of them and stuff. And it's very clearly her. It's possible it's filtered, but I mean, it would be her. She doesn't have the Photoshop skills to do that kind of shaping. Yeah.
How did I miss it in your post?
I'll send it to you. It's the side by side. I'll repost it with this episode too, so you can see it.
Like, I just want to go hang out with them.
We're close enough.
Do you think that they would like, oh yeah. Yeah, I did see this picture. Her face. Wow. Definitely a lot thinner. Good for her. Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, it's hard to know. But was she eating fast food? Was she having food delivered that she shouldn't have had? Is that why she gained? Or also, hot dogs and lasagna?
Well, she gained when she came back, you right?
No, she's still at the rehab. Yeah. No. Yeah. While she's in rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that was just right at the end of the episode and stuff. And she was really upset.
Did you pull out your microphone? Every time. I love it. Every time. You almost made it to the end.
We need Benny Hill music when she plugs it back in.
I know. I almost made it to the end of this episode. Yeah. As far as like, because I don't know. I mean, you can I'm thinking of like some of the patients you see on My 600-Pound Life, right? Where they're at these rehab places and but they're ordering their food in and they're having their enablers bring food in and stuff like that. Do you think that is happening with Tammy, or is it really legitimately their food and she's, just, it's only 10 pounds when she's lost 100?
It's hard to say, because with her size, water, I don't know, maybe she ate salt that week and she had a lot of water weight because she's so big, or maybe she does have friends there, but I mean, all of her family is far away from her. So they can't be enabling her constantly. It would have to be either like ordering delivery, which I don't even know if you can do there, or she made new friends somehow in the area that are bringing her food.
Right.
So my guess is it's just the bad food they have there, and maybe not moving. I don't know what their workout schedule is, or their therapy, PT. I don't know what that's like, but maybe she isn't pushing herself enough. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It just makes you question the facility, but
it did not get good reviews.
I am not the Medicaid, Medicare oversight board regulation people that monitor that stuff. So, yeah. So, next week they show this preview scene of what appears to be a funeral. A couple theories. My thought was just some random, like, distant relative, and Tammy has to attend it via Zoom because she's, in the rehab. But my girlfriends were saying like a mock funeral for Tammy.
That's what I was thinking, like a shock value thing. You remember that shit Maury used to do?
Yeah.
Or whoever it was, where it's like, imagine if
I remember seeing it on Real Housewives of like Beverly Hills or something too.
Something like that. I could see that.
If anyone ever did that to me, I would laugh. There's no way I would ever take that seriously.
They would really have to go all out and do it like What's Eating Gilbert Grape style, where they have to like show her that they would have to take her out with the crane and then bury her. You remember that?
God, that movie was
like that would be a shock factor for me. I'd be like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
You have to demolish my house to get me out. All right.
Oh my God.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, we've never seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
What? No.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Johnny Depp?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you have some homework then, madame.
Well, okay. I mean, maybe I saw it.
It's got to be free on YouTube by now.
I might have seen it in my defense and just have been drunk. I don't know.
That tends to happen. Sober watching then.
Yeah, and I'll go watch a movie and be like, "Oh, I have seen this movie."
It was emotional. It was good. Brilliant acting. Good. Yeah.
All right. Well, I have so many things on my to be watched list.
You haven't started The White Lotus yet.
No,
have you?
I have not. But you know what? Hetero Life Mate has been told to watch it as well. And so it's probably going to be we're going to do it together, I think. So this weekend we'll be able to do it because we usually have a show to watch together. We don't have a lot in common in that regard. I mean, some, but there's some overlap.
Well, so I think season 1's only like 7 hours because it's 7 episodes an hour each, I think.
Yeah.
So you could bang that out in 2 days.
Yeah. We could bang it out.
Yeah. If you really didn't
bang it out, all right.
If you really didn't want to go anywhere and do anything, you could totally lay on your couch.
I know. We don't have the kids this weekend.
Yeah.
But 7 years ago was the storm Jonas. You remember Jonas? Where like DC shut down, snowstorm, when like they shut down the metro and everything like that. Well, yeah, Hetero Life Mate and I had just started dating. Like literally, like we'd gone on like 1 or 2 dates, right? Like, well, no, a little bit more than that, I think. But like we hadn't had any overnights with each other or anything like that. And the way that it worked out was neither of us had our kid that week, the weekend of Jonas. So he came over to my place and we just were like holed up all weekend, snowed in for Jonas. And we watched just like tons of movies and other things in between the movies. But in any case, it popped up on my memories. So that's why I was like, oh, 7 years ago.
Times.
That was when he first told me he loved me.
Oh,
yeah, it was very sweet. But anyway, I digress. White Lotus is, I think, one that we're going to watch together. Much like we did like Breaking Bad and stuff like that. So, so I think we'll probably start that this weekend because he's been bugging me to watch this Last of Us show on HBO.
Oh my God, I love it. So let me tell you, The Last of Us. I bought a PlayStation 3 whenever that first came out. Okay, and my PlayStation came with, sometimes they give you like a game to play. So mine came with The Last of Us, and this was years ago. I don't even know. I put the game in. I started playing it. And I love scary movies. I love horror. I love all of it. I was like by myself in my apartment. And I was like, nope. And then I sold it. I sold the game and got like a wrestling game.
That's so funny.
WWE game. I was like, no. And then now I regret because I still have my PlayStation 3 that I don't ever use. But I'm like, man, now I want to play the video game.
It's probably so cheap you can quickly get it.
We have it, I'm sure. Yeah. We have. Yeah. Because Hetero Life Mate was telling me about it, the game, because I don't remember, because sometimes, I'm sorry, Hanekawa, but sometimes when gamers get going about your games, sometimes I glaze over because I just don't know.
Yeah.
So he was going off apparently about some games. So when this HBO thing came out, he was like, "Oh my god, remember this when I was telling you all about this video game?" I'm like, sure.
You're like, yeah, sure, I totally remember that.
And then, but so he kept wanting me to watch it with him. He's like, "But it's really good. It's really good. It's not like just video games." And I'm like, "What?" He's watching it with baby stepfrod, and they're watching it together. I'm like, "That's fine." He's like, "You really should watch it." He keeps pushing me to watch it. I'm like, eh. So I offered him White Lotus, and I think that might be a deal.
They're both so good and completely different, but you'll like it. You'll like The Last of Us. Hopefully.
Now I don't want to like it just on principle. It's like why I refused to like Ted Lasso, because on principle everybody was talking about how good it was, and I was like, I don't want to watch that. Like I do with Game of Thrones and stuff. I don't want to watch that. Everybody else thinks it's cool. I'm not going to be, because I'm so like hipster cool at 48 years old. I don't know.
The Last of Us is interesting though, because it was popular, but it wasn't like disgusting
Call of Duty popular.
Yeah, no. There was a bit of a, I'm not gonna say cult following, but like it wasn't the game that most people like ran to at first, because it was really weird. It's really weird.
It was very dark, literally. Like the game itself was dark.
Yeah, because wasn't there like a dead mother or something, or a dead child?
Child, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's all of them.
I'm like, that just sounds.
It just all depends on if it turns into a zombie or a mushroom baby, but at that point,
yeah,
they're literally mushrooms. They're mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Treat your anxiety with that,
dude. It's based off of that parasite that will go to the brain and make an animal do something to sacrifice themselves. It's based on that, like the mind control.
Wait, that's a real thing? There's a parasite that can go to your brain?
Yeah, they usually infect snails and ants and birds, but it'll go to the brain and make them do things to get eaten by what the parasite really wants to be inside of.
Well, it's like are you about The Last of Us? Like the
new fear unlocked. What the fuck?
It's like the cordyceps fungus or something.
Oh my god, my head is starting to be all.
Yeah, it's just there's a whole like book about neuroparasitology and
it's like
neurological parasites. But yeah.
No, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. Thanks.
If you ever want to read a book about how parasites manipulate cognitive abilities, I have a book for you.
I actually would love to read it.
Okay.
Send me the link. Fascinating.
I'm going to work this into my Eastern medicine practice.
When I don't have to like read about how to determine groundwater flow direction. Yeah, I'm reading about this shit. So come on, that's where my brain is.
I am gonna go back to listening to Meghan Markle's husband's book. So that
you go enjoy that really hot trash.
He's getting ready to marry Meghan. That's where I'm at in the book. It's like chapter 874,000. And 6 parts. I have no idea. It's like 84 years to listen to it. I'm listening to it in an audiobook. But he soothed me on my drive home during the commute coming home from DC. Anyway.
Oh, Hanekawa just sent the research.
Dude, I God. Peer-reviewed journal. All right.
Peer-reviewed journal. Okay.
I don't have my glasses
on.
You
guys.
That's it.
Coming up on the next episode of the Fraudcast.
Trying to read without my glasses.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
Right.
If this turns into something interesting, they can do an episode about it. Peace out. Bye.
Wendy's knows cold and soggy fries are the worst.
So soggy.
That's why we're serving up hot and crispy fries all day, every day.
And all night.
until close. With natural cut potatoes, sea salted to perfection. Show me that potato skin. Wendy's hot and crispy aren't like other fries. We're your dream fry. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and crispy fries.
Guaranteed to be hot and crispy. If yours aren't, bring them back and we'll replace them.